Happy Wednesday, Striver. I hope this message finds you with a great attitude and the readiness and knowingness that you can architect the life that you desire. So much of what we talk about here at GrowthDay comes down to really conscious design, doesn't it? Consciously designing your lifestyle, your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, being thoughtful and intentional about the person you want to become and the person who you are being with others. And that leads to today's personal development topic, perfect for this time of year, which is having the giving presence. The giving presence. You know, there's two parts to this. One is giving and the other part is presence. So let's just start with presence, the second part, because most people struggle with this part alone. Being present with other people where they feel your heart, your soul, your spirit, your attention truly open and in the moment with them. Open in the moment with them. Open in the moment with them. That's how you know when you're really being present, because if you're closed down, that means you're trapped in your own thoughts or the way that you think things need to go. In the moment means you're not thinking about yesterday or the future. And with them has a sense of camaraderie or collaboration, a beingness together that makes this time of year so magical in the first place. Giving presence. Presence means not being distracted, having your phone, looking at that, thinking about other things. It means the ability to truly feel the moment and the energy of another person or just to life, universe, or God itself. It's about being here so fully that you're non-attached to thoughts about the future or thoughts about the past, but you're just here, experiencing, breathing, feeling, sensing, here. I always tell people around the holidays that people don't really want your presence, they want your presence. The first is about the idea of gifts and material items, and the second is about the idea of you and spirit. And I think that's what people really want. We're so good at, thinking about materialism today. We're very rarely thinking about the essence, the beingness, the spirit of being around one another and being in the moment. Give yourself that gift and give others that gift. That leads to that first part here of giving. Being able to be giving and have a giving presence with others means first and foremost being there in the moment, but also being generous with your attention, generous with your validation and seeing, hearing, and being there with another, generous in offering assistance, help, praise, whether it's just energetically being there or giving material items or sharing with others. That idea of being generous this time of year, I hope, is resonating in your heart. We unfortunately just experienced a long period of what I think we can safely call cultural selfishness. Other psychologists or sociologists would call it like group narcissism, where we tend to think we're all great, but at the same time, we've been so isolated that we tend to focus on survival and only ourselves. And in that process, we have forgotten that so much of the spirit of the season and the magic of these times is all about generosity, openness, understanding, collaboration, service to others. When you're in that survival mode, you hoard things. When you're in generous mode, you share things and build things with others. This time of year, how could you have a little bit more of a giving presence? What would it take? It doesn't mean that it's easy because, of course, you do have needs. You do struggle. You do, like all of us, have big goals and dreams, and you're just trying to survive and not burn out sometimes and trying to achieve great things. And not everyone agrees, and not everyone supports you, and not everyone is as high performing perhaps as you are. And yet, isn't it a good thing to realize that even if people are more advanced or less skilled, even if they are more capable or less present, that no matter what, we could all also have that generous spirit that recognizes and respects other people with a non-judgmental non-judgmental attitude. I think that's really so much of the giving presence, is to be there with a non-judgmental attitude. That's what I meant by openness earlier. You know, my hope for this time of year, my hope for you and your family, and definitely for our entire Growth Day community, is that we learn to bring a vital presence back into our lives. So many people lack aliveness because they're so selfish. And that when we are so trapped in our own little world and we can't see outside of it, and everybody outside of it in our mind is, dumb or incapable or evil or wrong or on that side of the aisle, when they are they, and they are externalized from the human story that is us and we cannot be our full selves. We cannot be our true humanity that is giving, our true humanity that is present with one another, our true humanity that is trusting and faithful in one another. And I know you can say, oh, that sounds so, airy-fairy, Brennan, good for you. You must have a privileged life. It's like, actually, the reality is there is a oneness that unites all of us. There's so much of our psychology that is so incredibly similar. Our human biology is similar, as well as our experience and ultimately our plight on this planet. There's so much more that unites us than that which divides us. And being generous is willing to recognize that other people have different perspectives and that that's okay. Being generous and present is about realizing that we can sit with others even if we don't agree with them, that we can hear and acknowledge and validate others even if it's not our lifestyle or our choice or our will. I believe that in this time, a sense of understanding is needed, a sense of compassion and empathy and non-judgmental ways of interacting that will bring back that sense of humanity, and that's where the aliveness comes from. When we are detached from humanity or pretending that everyone else is evil, that puts us into a negative mood. It makes us feel unhappy, unsafe. It makes us feel just in constant conflict, in vitriol. That's not what we're after this time of year, and I don't think that's what we're after in the human story. So in this ideal of giving presence, what does it mean to you? Maybe you could go write in your journal, just a couple sentences today. Just click the journal section of the Growth Day app and capture a few sentences. What does giving mean to you at this stage of your life? What does presence mean to you? Who's someone in your life that could use a little more giving presence? Who's someone in your life you'd like to request it from? What would the holidays be like if this was the time of year that you found a greater presence? I wish for you and your family love and health and joy and abundance this time of year. I'm grateful for every single one of you listening to these daily fires. I'm so blessed that so many of you come to listen to this every single day, just to maybe find one little inspiration point, one little self-awareness point. I love doing this work with you because you and I both know that every day truly is a great day to grow. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all during this holiday season. If you'd like to give the gift of personal development to others and spread the giving presence around in our world, please go to growthday.com/gift. That's growthday.com/gift. And you can now buy an annual subscription to Growth Day for any of your family, your friends, your loved ones, and your team. Because when you empower them with more personal development tools and coaching and community, I believe that you don't just change their lives, you change the world. So go to growthday.com/gift. I appreciate all of you for making personal development a way of life. Let's make self-improvement a way of life for other people too. Go to growthday.com/gift.